I'm a mess. Bam. Boom. Mic drop. It's Thursday, and usually on Thursdays we have Throwback Thursday, but like Karen said last week, we like to switch things up and keep you on your toes. Last week, Karen did her Q&A, and today I'm doing my Q&A. So first off, let me answer Karen's question, and that was, if you were to have a supermarket sweep in a craft store, what aisle would you go down? I love working with like wood, so the aisle that's kind of a little bit more like carpentry and stuff like that, that's what I'm feeling. Now, onto your questions. Elizabeth Post asks, Meg, what was or still is the hardest part about decorating your new place? That's a great question, Elizabeth Post. Our place is like big and there's a lot of light and that's beautiful and amazing, but there are a couple of very weird little quirks. The rooms are shaped very uniquely. Our living room is arranged in a way that like there isn't a ton of open wall space, so that's challenging. So we're still kind of working on the arrangement of the room. Kina Thornhill asked, is YouTube your job or you do it for fun? YouTube is my job. HGTV is my all-time favorite, like place, company, TV shows, website, everything about it is my favorite. So this is so like just the best job in the whole world. I absolutely, love it. I also do videos on my own YouTube channel, which you guys have been asking in the comments. So I want to answer for you. Yes, I am posting regular weekly videos on Meg Allan Cole Crafts. I'm loving it. It's really fun to be finally giving my own channel the time and energy that it deserves. And so I'm really excited, so be sure to check it out. This week I'm showing you a second dollar store challenge because I messed up the first time and I had a whole extra video, and anyway, it's now on Meg Allan Cole Crafts, showing you some different stuff about the apartment, and I go on these rad trips with HGTV, which is so fun, and I figure, why not bring you along with me, show you a little behind the scenes action. So I'm definitely including all that on my channel. Subscribe, and of course comment and let me know what kind of stuff that you want to see. Dustin Chidester is asking, question for Meg. I live in a very tiny apartment and don't have hardly any space to craft or store my supplies. Any advice? Oh, Dustin, I feel you. My last apartment was 3 rooms. A bedroom, a living room, and the kitchen. And I produced a video every single week for HGTV Handmade for a year in that space. So I have some tips for you. I got this table, and it was just a white table from IKEA, and it had 2 leaves, and both can drop down, both can be up, one can be up, vice versa, and then there are drawers in it. I got this particular piece of furniture because I could put it away when no one was there, and so if I needed a big project, I could have the whole thing up, but if friends were coming over, I could put away my craft supplies in the closet. You want your things to like kind of pack up. So say you have a big thing of pom-poms, as you do. Put them in a Ziploc bag and then like push out some of the air and then store it in a bin with several other things. For fabric, you can store it by rolling it up. Basically, you want to be able to have your supplies and have lots of different things so that you can be creative, and if you get an idea at 11 o'clock at night, bust it out, but you want to be able to store it somewhere that it's not cluttering up your space. So pick a small little area in your closet, get some bins, label them, and then put your supplies in there. Sarah Davis's question, Meg, if you would get another dog, what breed would it be and what would you name it? I have 2 dogs right now, Milo and Gracie, a beagle and a Chihuahua mix. Both are rescue dogs, and that means that I adopted them from a shelter or a foster mom. They're dogs that are not from a breeder. They needed a home. It's like the most rewarding experience ever. So I would certainly adopt again whatever dog needed a home the most. I really do mean that, but there are certainly some breeds that I love. I love Vizslas, these like German beautiful dogs. I grew up with poodles and they're wonderful dogs. They're really smart. I had an Irish setter growing up and she was wonderful, and Weimaraners. I mean, I really just love like all dog breeds, truly. Like people, I do not judge by the package we are in, but by what is inside. Claire Ski, where can I buy cheap, good quality craft supplies? I mean, I love shopping local. Seek out your neighborhood. Check it out. Sometimes you can find things in stores that you'd be surprised. Just kind of familiarize with your like few block radius so you can know exactly what's around you. Fiona Williams wants to know, if I could choose one superpower, what would it be? I'm an insomniac. Sometimes I, for the life of me, can't sleep. I would just have the simple superpower of having the ability to fall the asleep. That's what I would do. I'm a crazy person. I have this adrenaline that pumps through my system at all times, and that's great. That means that, you know, I can make stuff and I can talk to anybody and I can, you know, go, but then I just can't stop. Can't stop, won't stop, can't stop, can't sleep. Jai Sudha Gautam. Again, I'm so sorry. I hope I'm pronouncing people's names correctly. Your question is it hard to come up with new DIYs each week? I think of a million ideas, but it's a matter of like picking the one that I can realistically execute in a way that is up to my standards of how I want it to look and be. So I have a bajillion ideas, but it's a matter of just diving in and making it happen. You know what I mean? Sweet project journal. My question for Meg is, if there were any 3 things that you should choose as a job for the rest of your life, what would it be? That's a great question. I want to live a bunch of lifetimes. So number 1, I am going to, someday when I retire, I'm going to have an animal sanctuary, and my husband and I are going to have a house in upstate New York, and it's going to be like South Fork, you know, from the TV show Dallas. It's going to be really big, and I want to be able to just have a place where the animals that people don't want, that have difficulties or need extra help, can come and live and stay and be on this place. I would also love to be, a therapist. I love to just talk it out. Get on into it, you know. I took theater classes my entire life, like from the time I was like a baby, and I was obsessed with it. It wasn't about the applause or the attention. I mean, I'm sure as a child it's a little bit about that, but for me it was about human behavior and human psychology. So I would love to be a psychologist or a psychiatrist where I could talk with people and kind of help them figure out why and how they are the way they are and how to help them improve their life. Doesn't mean I know how to improve mine, but it means that I do enjoy talking about it. And thirdly, the third thing that I would like to do, I love kids, and I just was looking into seeing how maybe I could volunteer, like talking to kids. I don't know how I could help them. I mean, I'm a mess. I think being a teacher is the most important job in the entire world. So whether I was an educator or I volunteered with kids or whatever, that's what I would want my third job to be. Does someone else film your videos, or do you do all the camera work yourself? I do it all myself. I film it, I edit it, I do all the projects, I buy all the supplies, I do all the things. And just recently, my darling husband and I actually teamed up, and he's just started to do a little bit more of the editing, which is awesome, because now I can take a little bit more time to focus on creating awesome, creative, interesting content for you guys, and that's what I really care about. Elena Gutierrez. Question for Meg, ways to use washi tape or tie-dye in crafts. Well, we've shown you a ton of different projects with washi tape. You can make cool designs on your wall, a simple diamond shape, a bunny for Easter. You can use washi tape to jazz up a cool cell phone case. Like, this really needs some jazzing up, so let's get some washi tape on here. Stat. Official DIY fashion. Selling your crafts from a business point of view. How to push your business out there. Number 1, I think branding is really important. So just know who you are, what your aesthetic is, what your ethos is, what matters to you. Have a really confident vision. Sell some stuff on Etsy, which is great. But again, I think starting local is always the answer. I'm sure there are some local craft fairs or festivals. Check out Maker Faire. Maker Faire comes to different cities all across the United States. Clara Chartier. Sorry if I'm not saying that right. What craft tool are you using the most, or which tool is your favorite? I love my glue gun. Love my glue gun. It's the only gun that I will ever own or have or look at, really. I love my glue gun. Would you guys have Ann or Shine as a guest for your channel? Of course we would. We love Ann or Shine. We loved having her on Handmade. Right now she's doing her thing, but we would always love to have her. And we're going to VidCon soon, so maybe we'll see Ann there. That would be fun. Okay, my question is for Marianne, who is going to be next for the Q&A. And my question for her is, instead of the usual, what's your favorite DIY of all time? Because I know your favorite DIYs are the ones that you make with Lulu, who is one of my favorite little human beings of all time. I wanted to ask you, what is your favorite thing that Lulu has ever made? Because I think she comes at you with some pretty great ideas. And so what's your favorite thing that Lulu has ever made, Marianne? Thank you so much for joining me on my very first Q&A. Fill the whole comment section up with questions for Marianne. And be sure to let us know. Are you digging the Q&A? Do you prefer Throwback Thursday? Let a sister know. We love you. We love you. We love you. We'll see you later.